Now joined by Paddy McCarthy after Caherline's agonising and narrow defeat here to Ballygiblin in Kildare in County Cork. Paddy, your immediate thoughts after the game? It's pretty heartbreaking. I'm sure that's one way of summing it up. But your immediate thoughts after?
I'm disappointed, but more disappointed for the boys than anyone else. The boys have a huge effort put in. I think there's 76 times that we've been together between training and matches there since we started. And I suppose going home this evening we'd be disappointed, but fierce proud of the boys, the way they performed and the effort they put in, not only today but all for the last couple of months.
You mentioned there 76 times together. There's probably little you can prepare for weather like that. I mean, I'm sure there's the times where you're training where the wind is high, but it's such a tricky day to get out there and hurl well. But I suppose your lads put the shoulder to the wheel from the word go and kept yourself in the contest in the first half when you were against a very, very strong wind.
Yeah, at half time I suppose we kept telling the boys the wind wouldn't win anything for us, and I suppose then a goal kind of came against the run of play maybe, and they kept on top, and in fairness to them, they did what we did in the first half. They closed it out kind of, and they dropped me in back, and they kind of closed up shop to us. But at the end the boys kept trying, and it just wasn't to be, and that's it. And it was a new journey for us today. We played 2007 in the Munster club semi-final. Only two of those players are still here. Our goalkeeper and our centre forwards are only two players still with us. The rest of them are very young, and it's no adventure from them. Look, at the end of the day, we're county champions, and we're proud of that and proud of the boys, that's it. Yeah,
you mentioned so many new faces getting experience at this level. You'd hope that would stand to you now in the intermediate ranks next year, because the junior championship in its own right is a very difficult competition, but going up to intermediate it's another step up again.
Oh, it is, yeah, but look, as the fellas said at the start of the year, I'll be honest with you, we wanted to win 2 matches so we wouldn't be in a relegation fight, and things started to roll for us, and we got there. And when that, today's only our second defeat in the championship. We lost 1 in the group, and today we're after losing again by 2 points, and we lost by 3 points in the last match we played in. But look, intermediate is going to be a step up for the boys, but I'm sure that the boys will put their shoulder to the wheel again next year. And in fairness, there's great characters in that team, from the youngest to the oldest, and we have a couple of these new lads coming as well that couldn't play this year, that are part of the setup there with us now looking after us, and hopefully they'll all buy into it again next year and we'll be back again.
And what would you put the success down to? I know Damien Gillan has been in other clubs, and he's kind of brought people together, and not putting it all down to him, but he probably is a big factor in what you've done this year. But what has been different this year compared to other years in Caherline? How has this come about that there's been success in such a short period of time?
Well, I suppose you mentioned Damien there. Damien brought kind of real professionalism to the club. Like I'm a friend. I'd be friendly with Damien before, outside of Hurling now, and Hurling is Damien's life, and he really brings a professional set up to it, and the players bought into him, and I think he actually does go above and beyond what he should be doing as regards training the team. He can put his hand around the fella's shoulder and say to him, we need you for this and we need you for that, or we'll do this. And the boys responded to him, and the boys, when a couple of fellas responded, the other players responded, and they all bought into it, in fairness, and they all play other sports, and this year they put Hurling first, in fairness to them. And we ended up in a county final, we won it, we're here today after being beaten by 2 points, but by no way would I wouldn't feel cross or anything about losing today, because these boys have given so much to the club and to the parish, and most of all for themselves. They've girlfriends, there's only 2 or 3 fellas married on the panel, and they've wives and they've children, but they give fierce commitment, in fairness to them, and their families at home have put up with them and gone away. Same as we'll say ourselves, the selectors as well, sure, we're gone as the fellas as well, and so thanks to all those people that put up with us. And next year, with the help of God, whoever's looking after the boys, they'll do the same again.
Perfect. Brilliant. Thanks very much.
Bye.